everyone, how's it going, and welcome to today's Wild Rift video. In this video we're going to be checking out Ezreal on the new patch with some of the buffs that he received, and I think with some of the crit items being nerfed, Ezreal is definitely slowly crawling back up into the meta, which is quite nice because Ezreal is a pretty fun champion to play. Can be difficult at times because you have to make sure you land your skill shots, but he still is really fun. You might have seen a little bit in the intro, but we are going to be playing also with the mythic chroma for Battle Academy at Ezreal, which you can get at the moment from the loot store. Really cool looking skin, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. Before we get into the build, let's first take a look at some of the changes and the buffs that happened to Ezreal. I'm going to go show them on screen now. You can see that Ezreal got the attack damage per level buff and the base attack speed buff that he didn't receive in the previous patch. In patch 4.2, a bunch of AD carries received these buffs with the attack damage per level going up and also the base attack speed going up, but Ezreal was one of the champions that didn't receive it. So Riot were like, okay, cool, Ezreal's not performing too well because the crit items are so strong. Let's try and add the same changes that we did to everyone else onto Ezreal. So a pretty nice change, especially for the early game. Attack speed doesn't really mean too much for Ezreal, to be honest with you. It's okay, it's pretty decent in the early game, but to be fair, mid and late game it doesn't really mean too much because you're using your abilities a lot more often. And then the 0.4 attack damage per level, again, doesn't really add up to much. At level 10 you get an extra 4 AD. Doesn't really mean too much, but it's still quite a nice buff either way. Mystic Shot got a nice little buff as well, 5 damage at every rank now. Again, not really that much big of a change. 5 damage doesn't really mean too much. It will scale a little bit better now with some of your items that you'll be building, and Mystic Shot might be able to do a little bit more damage, but you barely see the difference. So won't be a difference at all with Mystic Shot. But a big change is definitely to True Shot Barrage. True Shot Barrage now, the cooldown has gone from 70 seconds at every rank to now 70, 65, and then 60 seconds at rank 3. This is a pretty nice buff for Ezreal, being able to use his True Shot Barrage more often, especially in the later stages of the game. We do have quite a lot of items in this build that do give us ability haste, which means it's going to obviously reduce the cooldown even more of some of these abilities. So it's a quite nice buff overall. Again, pretty nice adjustments for Ezreal because of the changes that happened to the crit items. Well, Ezreal definitely has come back into the meta in this most recent patch. Now you can see with the build that nothing really has changed with Ezreal. Ezreal is still pretty much the same as what he always was, and the crit items don't really affect too much, to be honest with you. Manamune is the first item, really easy to stack on Ezreal, really strong. One tip I do want to give to you though with Manamune is that you always want to actually go for the longsword as your first item, which you want to do something like this. So with Manamune, you have two options at level 1. You can either go for the Sapphire Crystal or the Longsword. You always want to go for the Longsword, and then with that Longsword, you want to build the Hammer first. You don't want to build the tier first. Hammer gives you so much extra stats in the early game. The attack damage and the ability haste help you out a lot during the laning phase and allows you to trade a lot better. If you just go for Sapphire Crystal in the early game, and if you go into Tear of the Goddess, it doesn't give you anything. It just gives you mana and ability haste. That's it. Like, it's not great to go for Tear of the Goddess as the first item because you want to make sure you have as much trading potential as possible during the lane phase. Because if you go for Tear of the Goddess, you're going to be so behind in terms of power. Yes, you'll be able to get your Manamune fully stacked maybe a little bit sooner, but honestly, it doesn't make that much of a difference because when you've fully finished the item into Manamune, the stacks you get are so much quicker anyway. So yeah, Hammer first, and then you go into Tear of the Goddess, and then you go into Manamune. So that into Tear of the Goddess, and then you build a Manamune afterwards. So that's just a little tip because I see some people going Sapphire Crystal first on Ezreal, and like I said, you don't really want to go for that. It's not really the best option to go for Ezreal because you're going to be falling behind a lot on tempo and also laning priority. Trinity Force, again, still really good items. Spellblade procs on your first ability. Rage passive gives you more movement speed. The base stats absolutely great. Again, pretty much a no-brainer there. Boots, Lucidity boots are good. You can also swap it out for any of the defensive boots, armor boots, or Merc treads. Any one of them two are great. Riftmaker, again, another really strong item. You can get maximum health, ability power, which ability power for Ezreal still does work very well. The main part is though the Void Corruption passive, staying in combat for a few seconds, will change the corruption damage into true damage. So you'll be able to pretty much ignore all the armor and magic resist that the enemy champions will be building, which is quite nice. And then you have Soraida's Grudge, armor pen item, percentage armor pen item. You have the proc dicey passive on pretty much all of your abilities, which can slow enemy champions. Really good for kiting, really good for chasing potential. As I mentioned already, Ezreal is a lot more reliant on his abilities more than his auto attacks. So Serrator's Grudge is pretty nice there. And then you have Blades of the Rune King. Again, it's really, really strong item. Blade of the Rune King can be swapped out for a few other items. If you're not against a lot of tanks, then you don't really need to go for Blade of the Rune King. You can go for something like Twin Guard instead, or you can even go for Guardian Angel. Any one of these two items as an offensive item is also pretty good to replace for Blade of the Rune King if you're not against a lot of tanks. Conqueror, I still think this is better than Kraken Slayer. Kraken Slayer gives you that little bit of an early game potential and gives you a lot of trading potential in the early game, but it kind of falls off in terms of scaling. Conqueror, really, really easy to stack. You have loads of abilities that are going to be able to poke. You're going to be able to auto attack, and then this will stack up your damage and also stack up your healing as well for Conqueror. Giant Slayer, again, pretty much a no-brainer. Not really any other rune to go in the domination tree. Giant Slayer is probably best. If you don't want to go for Giant Slayer, if maybe you're against if you're against a whole squishy team that none of them are going to build any health at all, so you get pretty much no benefit from Giant Slayer, just go for Hunter Vampirism. I think Hunter Vampirism is also a pretty good option because you still get AD, you still get physical vamps, you still be able to heal up quite a lot. But Giant Slayer is really good, especially in the meta at the moment. There's still quite a lot of bruisers and tanks. Bone Plating as well, really strong against any combo damage, any bruisers or assassins that might jump on top of you. And then you have Mana Flow Band. Mana Flow Band is pretty good because it gives you that mana in the early game before you finish the tier and before you finish the Mana Immune. It means you don't need to go for Tier Goddess for the extra mana. Mana Flow Band, sorry, will give you the extra mana in the early game when you land your abilities, so you can go for the hammer for the damage instead and still have mana in your kit with Mana Flow Band. Again, plenty of other options in the inspiration tree. You can go for Transcendence if you want even more ability haste, but I think that might be a little bit overkill. Or you can go for something like Sweet Tooth if you want a little bit more lane phase pressure. If you want to trade a little bit more, go back, get the honey fruit healing, and it will be healing you by 20% more as well, which is also quite nice. But the cool thing about Mana Flow Band is it increases your damage of Mana Immune, which is pretty cool. And then for the summon spells, we have Flash and Exhaust. But that's pretty much everything. Like I said, the build hasn't really changed too much, but Ezreal, with the buffs that come in the most recent patch, and still with how strong he can be, I still think Ezreal is in a really, really great spot at the moment. So hopefully you all enjoy the gameplay. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next Wilder video. Peace. I predict a win.
No holding back. Time to show everybody what I can do.
I predict a W. Maybe not. My Soraka's AFK. Maybe not. My Soraka's AFK.
Now's my chance to finish this. I wonder what else this gauntlet is good for. Everyone's counting on me. I won't let anything stand in my way.
Oh, no. Soraka's back. I guess we can't remake because she's back.
I've broken past my limits. There are a lot of heroes out there, but none like me.
Suicidal.
Serious. Let's give these powers a test drive.
Okay. Interesting Kha'Zix to gank, by the way. Exhaust is broken. Hey, free double buffs for your boy. Don't mind me. Free double buffs for your boy.
Let's give these powers a test drive.
Nicer, nicer. These songs I grew up listening to? Yeah, same with me, to be honest. To be fair, this one is not that great. I don't really like this. This is okay. Is Kha'Zix gonna come again?
Gotta think of a cool attack name.
This is the problem with going Spectral Sickle, chat, by the way. This Sona is just so far behind now because she went Spectral Sickle. Because she couldn't walk up and get any stacks.
But none like me.
Okay! We're popping this game. Let's go, baby.
I've broken past my limits.
Holy shit. I spilled my last beer. This guy's playing Soraka drunk. I fucking can't, man. This guy's playing Soraka drunk. I fucking can't.
Now it's my turn. Out there, but none like me. Let's give these powers a test drive. I am the storm. Now it's my chance to think of a cool attack name.
Chat, I have so much gold. I kind of inted. I could have eat away there, but for some reason I was like holding my ulti. Okay, Irelia. Okay, Irelia. Okay. I just kind of trolled. I'm not going to lie to you. I really trolled that. I was just like holding my ulti and taking damage from the Garen for free. I don't know what I was thinking there. My bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. I was like standing there with my ulti and I was like, oh. I don't know.
Eat this. Now it's my turn. I'm going all out.
Okay, good start to this game though. Go back and get 24s.
Everyone's counting on me. Ultimate attack. I won't let anything stand in my way. I'm fucking past my limit. Now it's my turn. Powers a test drive.
Close, 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 close. Okay, popping off, popping off. We popping off, chat? We're popping off. By the way, this
There are
skin
a lot of heroes
is
out there,
beautiful.
but none like me.
Beautiful. Like, I'm in love with this skin. If you don't, chat, if you don't know what this skin is, this is the mythic chroma for Battle Academia Ezreal that you can get from the chest store. It's fucking beautiful. I love it.
Gotta think of a cool attack name.
Another 2 kills. Okay. Hogging off.
I've broken past my limit.
Wait, my ulti did no damage because of shield bow. It's unfortunate. I'm dead. That's fine. We got tier 2 tower. It's worth it. I would say that's worth it. We got tier 2 tower. My god, we have nearly 10,000 gold in an 11-minute game. Where the hell did that Graves Q go, by the way? Okay, we need to be a little bit careful.
Let's give these powers a test drive.
We need to be a little bit careful. We can't be too overconfident in this game.
Everyone's counting on me. There are a lot of heroes out there, but none like
We
me.
can't be too overconfident. Oh, that does not look good. Who run this mother?
Let's end this quick. I won't let anything stand in
Run the world, girls. This is what you call a limit testing game. This is actually what you call a limit testing game. Boots this game? I mean, we just go armor boots. I guess we just go armor boots. Oh, no, 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 no.
Now it's my turn.
Wait, this looks like a pentacle angle. Oh, what the hell? It's a pentacle angle. I see it. I see it in the stars. Okay, maybe not penta, but it was close. Maybe not penta, but it was close. By the way, how good am I at fucking Ezreal? Like, I'm just landing all of my Qs. It's crazy. Okay, okay.
Let's give these powers a test drive.
This is a POG game. This is the same game of Ezreal. What device do I use? iPhone 14 Pro Max. Oh no.
Let's give these powers a test drive.
Ulti damage check. What? I killed him. Hog. I was like, ulti damage check. Boom, dead. Okay, they got triple minions pushing in. I have a feeling they can't defend this chat.
There are a lot of heroes out there, but none like me.
I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Oh my god, is Soraka broken? I thought it was dead. Oh my god. We're just toying with them, chat. We're just playing in their base.
There are a lot of heroes.
I'm running out of mana. I've been using so many abilities, I'm running out of mana. We're just toying. No, I'm gonna die. No, I died at the end. We're just toying with them in the base. Oh my god. We're just toying with them in the base. What a fun game. GG's. What a fun game. Oh my god. 17, 3, and 9 in the end. How much damage? 58,000 damage. Holy moly. What a banger. What an absolute banger of a game, chat. I enjoyed that one. That one was fun. GG's. We enjoyed that one.